Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to study the second poem of First Flight book, A Tiger in the Zoo. Students, if we focus towards the introductory paragraph of this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. Now, students, we need to read or recite this poem, all the stanza of the poem, to know what is the quality of tiger that the poet wants to mention over here. So, let's start with the first stanza. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. Students, stalk means we can say follow, and vivid means bright colored. Here we have taken, and pads is called paws of the tiger ke panje. Here the poet says that the tiger that is confined in the zoo moved around in the cage under his bright colored skin. He further says that the tiger can take only a few steps because the cage is small and it is not easy to move in it. One cannot hear his footstep because he has very soft feet like velvet, because of which there is no sound of the tiger's footsteps. The tiger tries to control his anger by quietly walking in the limited area of his cage. He is angry because he is not free. Now, students, we would like to move towards the second stanza. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. Students, plump we can take fat or loaded. The poet says that if this tiger was free, he would have hid himself behind the long grass near the water bodies so that he could easily catch a deer in order to have it as its food. Basically, the poet wants to say that the actual life of tiger is to live in jungle where he could catch his prey and eat it. Now, friends, let's move towards the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Students, the poet says that if the tiger would have been free, he would have snarled around the houses located at the outskirts of the forest. Students, fangs we can say FANGS, sharp tooth of animals. So, students, he would terrorize people with sharp tooth and claws. This would create fear among the people living in the village. So, students, let's go towards the fourth stanzas. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Student, concrete means we can say building made of bricks, cement, sand and water. Students, now the poet comes to the reality of the tiger that is inside the cage. He says that is confined in a strong cell which is made of strong building materials. He further says that as the tiger is behind bars, so his ferociousness is also behind the bars. He just stalks in the cage. He never tries to terrorize the visitors because his power is restricted by the cage. Now, friends, we would like to move towards the last stanza of this poem. As we read it, he hears the last voice of night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Students, patrolling you know very well, to God rakhwali karna. The poet says that in the night the tiger hears the sounds of the patrolling cars. Patrolling cars are the vehicles of police which are used to guard at night. So in the night, the tiger hears the sounds of these cars. He then stares at the shining stars with his shining eyes. The poet wants to say that the tiger is sad as he is confined in the cage, so he cannot do anything. So स्टूडेंट्स, जैसा कि हम देखते हैं कि यहाँ पर पोएट टाइगर्स की क्वालिटी बताता। पहले तो पोएट्स टाइगर को जू से जंगल की तरफ लेकर आता है। यहाँ पर जनरली दो टाइगर्स के हैबिट के बीच में तुलना की गई है। एक टाइगर जो पिंजड़े के अंदर कैद है और एक टाइगर जो जंगल में रहता है। स्टूडेंट्स, जो टाइगर पिंजड़े के अंदर कैद है उसके पास घूमने की जगह बहुत ही कम है। वो अपना गुस्सा उस पिंजड़े के अंदर थोड़ा सा टहल करके शांत करने का प्रयास करता रहता है। उसके पंजे बड़े ही मुलायम होते हैं, इसलिए उसके फुट स्टेप की साउंड को किसी की भनक नहीं लग पाती। और स्टूडेंट, जैसे ही हम अगर बात करते हैं वो टाइगर की, यहाँ पे पोएट कहना चाहता है कि अगर हम टाइगर को खुले में छोड़ दें तो वो अपने नेचुरल हैबिट के हिसाब से जंगली जानवरों का शिकार करता और जंगल से बाहर निकल करके लोगों को अपने दांतों पंजों के बल पे डरा सकता था। तो स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पर यह कहा गया है कि पिंजड़े में कैद करके टाइगर को उससे उसकी आज़ादी छीन ली गई है। वो अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में नहीं है, इसलिए बहुत ही दुखी है। स्टूडेंट्स, वो पिंजड़े के अंदर ही रह करके अपनी चमकीली आंखों से चमकीले तारों को देखता रहता है और पेट्रोलिंग कारों की आवाज़ों को सुनता रहता, मगर वो उनकी ज़्यादा परवाह नहीं करता, क्योंकि टाइगर का नेचुरल हैबिट है जंगल में होना और बाहर आकर के जानवरों का शिकार करना। Students, if we take the title of this poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, so in that case we can say a sad animal in the zoo. It is my opinion about the title as the poet wants to say, because क्योंकि उसने यहाँ पर दो टाइगरों के बीच में तुलना की है। एक वो टाइगर जो पिंजड़े के अंदर है और एक वो टाइगर जो जंगल में घूमता रहता है। और यहाँ पर पोएट बताना चाहता है कि अगर हम उससे उसकी आज़ादी छीन लेते हैं मतलब कि हमने उसका नुकसान किया है और टाइगर बहुत ही पिंजड़े में दुखी है। सो स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप दैट with this explanation you would have understood the poem very clearly. Now there is a homework for you. You need to attend all these 3 questions of thinking about the poem. So students, see you in the next video with one more interesting topic.